Greetings comrades, Multi-Game Master 1 reporting in, and welcome back to Let's Play 100% Banjo-Tooie. In the last episode, a lot of things have happened with a few dinosaurs. We got eaten by a dinosaur, we met a thirsty dinosaur, and we became an actual dinosaur. In this episode, we are going to scale the mountain of Terrydactyland, but before we do, we have a couple of things to take care of on the ground level of Terrydactyland, and we're going to start by going over to Mumbo's skull. So let's grab a pair of wading boots over here, and get past the quicksand-like swamp without falling in and getting bitten by that annoying Dragunda. And now that we've made it across, there should be a warp pad right over here which we will go ahead and activate right now. And before we head inside, there is a ledge that we can move along here. And once we get to the end, we should be able to reach an item of high value. You also want to watch out for the snapdragon, otherwise you will fall in the quicksand-like swamp, and you will get bitten by the Dragunda. Now once we make our way over to the boulder and destroy it, inside we will find a Cheeto page, which we will go ahead and take. Now we can make our way back over to Mumbo's skull. But where exactly can we find a Globo at this point? Well, if we make our way to the back of Mumbo's skull, we can find it right over there, as simple as that. And now that we have that, let's head inside Mumbo's skull and ask for his help again. Feathers, I'm really not going to worry about those, especially since we're full on feathers anyway. Hey Mumbo, how's it going? Listen, I know you didn't do much in the last episode, but trust me, we have a lot for you to do in Terrydactyland. So will you take this Globo and help us out with your magic? Excellent! You're the man, Mumbo. Fix that man skirt of yours and get out your magic stick. Now that we're controlling Mumbo, let's have him go outside and say hello to the world. And by that I mean have him perform his magic within Terrydactyland. Here's Mumbo's pad, now let's unleash his magic. You guys are in for this. Enlarge, stepping stones. So as you can see, Mumbo's magic within Terrydactyland causes things to grow from small to big, as we demonstrated on those stepping stones. And with those big stepping stones, we can navigate across the quicksand-like swamp with relative ease. But I'm really not going to go back that way because once we get back, we will have some Sorosauruses to deal with and those creatures are annoying. Instead, we are going to take a warp pad back over to Mumbo's wigwam and unleash Mumbo's magic on it. Hope this works. Mumbo says, when has your magic ever failed us? Enlarge, Wumba's wigwam. I don't think Humble Wumba is going to be too pleased about this. But then again, as far as I know, Mumbo Jumbo and Humble Wumba don't really like each other. So for Mumbo's sake, I'm just going to leave that be. You can revert it to its normal size with Mumbo's magic if you want to, but it's just going to be a waste of time for me, so I'm not going to do that. Plus, I think Wumba should look on the bright side. She'll have a lot more space to store all of her belongings, so that's a plus on her part. Now we're making our way back inside the Styracosaurus family cave because there is one more trouble that we have to take care of within this place, and this trouble requires the use of Mumbo's enlarging magic. So let's make our way onto his pad over here and unleash his magic again. Here we go. Enlarge, small Styracosaurus. This is the last trouble for the Styracosaurus family that we need to solve. So once that's accomplished, we should be able to get a reward from Scrotty, the mother of the Styracosaurus. Scrit, you are now back to normal.
I can't thank you enough. Please accept this shiny thing I acquired when I trod on one of those Unga Bungas.
Mumbo passed shiny thing onto Bear and Bird. Probably a good idea, Mumbo, because Banjo and Kazooie are the only ones who know what to do with Jiggies anyway. Okay, so now that everything is accomplished within the cave, Mumbo's work within Terrydactyland is now complete. So now we can return him home, and I hope he's satisfied. See, Mumbo? I told you that you would have a lot more to do within this episode, more specifically in Terrydactyland. You used your enlarging magic to help Banjo and Kazooie out on their quest, and you even got us a Jiggy. You're definitely a credit to the team name. Gosh, I probably should have taken that other passageway back over to Mumbo's skull. But no matter where you go, you'll end up to Mumbo's skull within a reasonable amount of time. Mumbo, thanks so much for your help. You're the man. The Bone Man. Now we still have a couple of more things to take care of within the ground level of Terrydactyland. And the first place we're going to go to now is back over to Wumba's wigwam, because now that it's enlarged, she should be able to transform us into something even bigger than a baby T-Rex. Gosh, everything is so big in this place. Even Humble Wumba must be bigger than Banjo and Kazooie. At last, a bigger T-Rex!
Wumba called this Daddy T-Rex. Use left stick to move, and X to make much noise.
Finally, we're even more ferocious than before. Look at those teeth. The downside to this? We can't use the warp pads. You are too big to use the warp pads! That's insulting. This T-Rex isn't even all that fat. I'm just kidding, guys. The T-Rex's girth has nothing to do with why we can't use the warp pads. He's just way too big for them, so we won't be able to use them. And now that we're a Daddy T-Rex, let's try and scare away that Unga Bunga this time. Hey, Unga Bunga, I have a quick question for you. Ready to hear it?
Aye! That's scary! Me must go change loincloth.
That was totally worth it. We scared away that Unga Bunga by means of becoming a vicious T-Rex. That was definitely satisfying and totally worth it. By the way, that area over there with the extra honeycomb piece, you saw it in that little alcove over there. You can also get it by means of using the running shoes, if you wanted to, instead of using the Clockwork Kazooie eggs. Oh, sorry for running into you. Oh, sorry for running into you too. Actually, I'm not sorry because you guys are annoying. Now let's make our way over here and step on the switch to set free the Jinjo. However, once that happens, we need to transform back into Banjo and Kazooie to rescue it in time. We have 35 seconds in order to rescue the Jinjo before the cage closes again and the Jinjo is captured. But as you're going from one area to the next and transforming back into Banjo and Kazooie, time is frozen, so you won't have to worry about wasting time. Let's see, how many seconds do we have left on the clock? 23 seconds. Not a problem, we should be able to make it in time. Hello Jinjo, I'm right here. And now that we've accomplished everything on the ground level of Terrydactyland, the time has finally come to scale the mountain. So let's make our way over here and grab ourselves a pair of springy step shoes and start scaling the mountain by going up the winding path up to the nest, as indicated on this sign right here. I wonder what kind of nest we're going to. I guess we'll find that out soon. Now here we are back in Unga Bunga's cave. Let's step on the switch to open the door, and inside we will find another one of Jam Jars' silos, which means that Jam Jars will be able to teach us a new move. However, he'll only be able to do it if Kazooie is present, so we're gonna have to find a way to split up. Here's some split up pads dead ahead, so let's have Banjo and Kazooie split up for a bit.
Where'd he go?
I hope I did that right. Next we're going to have Kazooie navigate her way back to the room and have Jam Jars teach her the next move. It's a good thing we have enough notes. Hatch. I can't believe that you're a bird who can't hatch eggs, it's so absurd. So hold down left trigger or right trigger and then press X, then a real bird I'll finally see. That'll be all. Dismissed. Thank you, Jam Jars. Finally, the ways of Kazooie have been restored. Her natural ways at that. She can now hatch eggs. And speaking of eggs, inside this passageway we will see an egg which we can try to hatch. But it's not going to.
Hey, you down there! Get off my precious egg! Why won't it hatch? Because I don't want it to yet. Oh.
Yeah, so as you can see, the egg is gray, meaning that we can't do anything to hatch it, so we're just going to abandon it for now and come back to it later. So now we're gonna have Banjo and Kazooie reunite and get past this stupid cursed beehive that keeps guarding my way. I wonder how it is that the beehives can move in the first place. Maybe Grunty has something to do with it. Maybe she used one of her dark magical spells in order to get it moving and caused it to have a fit of rage. More than likely, that's the case. Now, if we proceed up the mountain and look in here, we will see the last member of the Rocknut tribe. So let's get out a Clockwork Kazooie and blast him from behind. This last member of the Rocknut tribe I consider to be very difficult because with the Clockwork Kazooie you have to navigate across the gaps. And if you fall off, you're gonna find yourself wasting a whole lot of Clockwork Kazooie eggs.
Not believe you beaten all Rocknut's tribe! We let you have shiny rock!
Thank you. You punks honestly thought that you had a chance against Banjo and Kazooie? Well, think again, because now you're defeated. Okay, let's proceed along the mountain. Some notes for us to collect. 15 notes, that's pretty good. And in here, we will see an entryway to another cave. Let's see where this leads. Oh great, another Unga Bunga. Hi. You seem okay. Me let you in. Oh. Well, thank you, sir. I thought for sure you were going to hit me with that giant weapon of yours. Let's step on this switch and open the door. This passageway takes us to the room where we had to recover Targetan's priceless relic thingy for Chief Boatazin. But we're not going to make our way back in there. We're actually going to grab a pair of Springy Step shoes. Sorry, not coming in wearing silly shoes. And make our way back out that way. I made my way back outside that way because I don't really want to waste time with the spring shoes, especially when we need to get up here. But when you get to this part of the mountain,
You down there! Steal my eggs, would you? Then take this!
when you make your way to this part of the mountain, a beast will be hurling purple mucus at you. Why? Because he claims that Banjo and Kazooie have stolen his eggs, and that's not true. The only eggs we've been taking are the eggs that are in these batches, and we've been using them for ammo. Wait, I just realized something. What if these eggs don't belong to Banjo and Kazooie? What if they belong to that beast? The thought creeps me out. Once you get to this part, he'll stop.
God, you made it! Come on, I dare you to come up the stairs. I'll show you what happens to egg-robbing bears.
You know what? I will come up there and deal with you. But later. Right now, I want to get rid of these Sauruses. Why am I having trouble getting this last one? Thank you. Enjoy a nice long fall to death. Now, let's make our way across this chasm and go beyond this passageway over here. See where it leads. Here, inside the Bonfire cavern, we will see another Saurosaurus. I'm going to take that out real quick before we get a move on. Wait, where the heck did it go? Oh wait, I saw it, I saw it. I see you. Burn, you beast. Now, to get past the bonfires, just shoot at them directly with one ice egg, but they will reignite within a short amount of time, so get past it as quickly as you can before they become reignited and you burn yourself. There are also some eggs over here that you can use to replenish your ammo. Now beyond this passageway, we will come to the Stomping Plains. I wonder why they call this the Stomping Plains. I guess that's why. Oh my god, look at the size of those footprints. Whatever creature made those footprints must be large and dangerous. Vicious and ferocious. At least it's not around. Spoke too soon. Stumpanodon, Triassic Steamroller. And before you guys ask what kind of dinosaur that Stumpanodon is, there are some sources that claim what it is. One source claims that it's a member of the Theropoda family, so it could be a T-Rex. Another source claims that it's a sauropod, so it could be a Diplodocus. But in actuality, it's unknown as to what kind of dinosaur the Stumpanodon is. At any rate, we should make our way across the Stomping Plains. Along the way, you want to watch out for Stumpanodon's giant foot. because his stomps are really fatal. He can easily bring you down in 2 stomps. The first one will bring you down to 1 bar unit of health, and the second one will kill you instantly. To get past the Stomping Plains, you can use the footprints as means of cover, and you can also use the golden feathers as means of invulnerability and protection against his foot. Once you make your way across to the Stomping Plains, step on this switch right here, open up the cage, and reveal a Jiggy inside that you can take. This passageway takes us to the beginning part of the Stomping Plains, and we're back here because there is one more thing that we can get as Kazooie, so let's have Banjo and Kazooie split up for a bit, and then have Kazooie go through the Stomping Plains again. Oh man, this Stompinodon is quite a nuisance. It can easily cause frustration on gamers. Trust me, I know this, even during my first playthrough of this game. The Stompinodon gave me so much anger and frustration. Once you get across, step on this switch, open up the cage, and rescue a Jinjo inside. And this switch shows Banjo's face on it. But there's nothing that Banjo can do rather easily in order to navigate across the Stomping Plains without getting killed by that Stompinodon, so we're just gonna leave it be for now. What we are going to do though is to have Banjo and Kazooie reunite with each other and use the warp pad to get the heck out of here before that Stompinodon comes back. Now, if we proceed up the winding path up the mountain, we will come across a passageway that takes us directly to the top of the mountain. And we're going to explore the top of the mountain in the next episode because we are out of time for this one. So in the next episode, we are going to make our way to the top of the mountain and deal with whatever kind of beast was giving us hassle as we made our way up the mountain. And also within the next episode, we should be able to finish up everything within Terrydactyland. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And until the next episode, this is Multi-Game Master 1, over and out. See you later, comrades!